Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over my spring favorites. Instead of doing monthly favorites, I'm doing seasonal favorites. Like I kind of explained in my winter or fall video, I just don't generate enough existence in a month to warrant monthly favorites. Even as is, you're probably going to see a lot of repeat things. For example, this nightgown, I wore this in my last video, and starting the video right off for outfits and for clothes, floral vintage nightgowns are going to be number one, and number two is just going to be like floral dresses and shirts, and I'm going to put a few pictures up of examples because these things are currently in the laundry. But yeah, that is going to be for clothes. And next, accessories, probably also the same as every one of these videos I make. Barrettes. This is my little barrette bag. And those are my favorites, super nostalgic for me. And also this flower crown that my mom got me for my birthday off of Etsy. It comes down with little trellises in the back that you can sort of like manipulate to fall the way you want. I don't have anyone to help me with this, but I wore this on my birthday. My wedding's also coming up, and I'm gonna be putting flowers in my hair in kind of like a similar way to this. But yeah, really pretty and cool. So those are my favorites for accessories and clothes. And the next category is craft. This season it is Legos. I also got these for my birthday. They're the Lego Classic like creator set. And I'm going to show you everything I built so far. You can take them apart and do multiple, but taco, little cupcake, juice box. I ran out of like the mouth pieces, so he's just kind of like yelling into the void. A pear. This one's my favorite. He has a little ladybug on him. And then a little watermelon popsicle. And yeah, those are all my creations from this set. But Legos are definitely my favorite craft. Normally it would be scrapbooking or journaling, but I have not really gotten started on that this year yet. As you guys know, my health is horrible. And I just really have not been in a place with the energy to really get super crafty, unfortunately. But yeah, so anyways, next category is going to be favorite toys. Starting off with my Briar Magic Unicorn Fables. They're all currently in their little pen. But I've been really into like the, well I always am, but like the fairy tale, magic, unicorns again. Around this time of year I always read the Fairy Realm series, and so I've been loving playing with them and my little fairy toys. And then this should honestly be its own category because, as you guys know, I love play food literally more than anything, and it's actually part of how I cope with my gastroparesis. But I got this set for my birthday. Again, very repetitive. You guys just saw this stuff in the last video. But it is like squishy and fidgety and interactive, both of these sets. And I've just been playing with them nonstop. This is the breakfast one. I had to kind of move stuff around, not very appetizing looking, to fit it with the lid. But that is my favorite for play food and just for general toys. There's a lot more that I could say about toys and like show. I think I'm gonna do just like a general favorite toys video. So I kind of want to save all that stuff for just a video, kind of like a big toy haul. Come forward. But for now, it's gonna be these guys and my play food. Up next for book, it would be the Fairy Realm series, but I think I put that in a video recently. So instead, I'm kind of cheating the system and saying this Fairy Kingdom sticker book, which is another thing that I got for my birthday. But instead of like, obviously you can't read it, it's just stickers. But I've like loved looking at the pictures and the different pages and the themes. And I've been looking at it like it's a picture book. So I'm gonna go ahead and count it. And like I said, I'm very sorry that this video is redundant. A fairy tale page. This is gonna be my favorite book. Also, honorable mention is gonna have to be The Secret Garden, because I also always read that around this time, or really around March, because it is a very, very, very spring themed, spring centered book. And here's my copy of it. I have the version that is illustrated by Tasha Tudor, who is like my favorite artist, and she's really cool. I have like a book about her life, but this is my copy. Secret Garden. This is a real book, obviously. Show you some of the art. And now the next category is favorite dolls, and of course, just like with stuffed animals, I can't just pick one. And these are probably also going to be repetitive, but first up is Blair. She is very, very springy to me. She's Girl of the Year for 2009, I believe, or 2019 rather, Blair Wilson. But this is her really cute spring outfit right now that she's wearing. She's got a little Care Bear shirt, very springy, little plaid skirt, and this crocheted dragonfly headband. So she's very springy, so she's gonna be number 1. And then number 2, this is Bee. She's a Welly Wisher. I named her Bee. Her doll I think is Willa, but I renamed her Bee. And I just brushed and wet her hair because it was really messy. I took it out of her pigtails. And I have her in this very, very springy outfit. And she's also just like quintessential spring, so she's number 2. And then number 3, you can all guess, I don't even have to show her. But my favorite doll, Parker, my mini-me. And she is currently in one of the new outfits, Mary Ellen's, like, I think it's play outfit, is this little lemon pattern. And my caregiver got this for me as a late birthday present, and I was really excited because I've been like not spending money and like getting myself anything, but he knew I wanted it and he got it for me for my birthday. So that was not in my last video, but you're seeing it now, and I think it looks really cute on her. And yeah, my mini. Now for stuffed animal. There's also going to be a bunch, but before we get into that, for favorite movie, it's going to be Totoro and Pooh's Heffalump movie. Totoro gets me really in the mood for summer, and Pooh's Heffalump movie is just the best movie ever, and it's very springy, and Kanga and Rue remind me of me and my caregiver. And I just love that movie so much. I'm literally going to watch it again tonight. And for show is going to be My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I've been doing a rewatch of that show. So that and H2O are going to be my favorite shows. And now let's get into the stuffed animal category, because there are quite a few. And it was hard for me to not also have honorable mentions. First off, we have Violet, who is one of my childhood bears. Very nostalgic. And she's wearing a little onesie with these little flowers on it. And she's just really cozy. So she's right here by me, so I'm going to mention her. But very specifically for spring, and you Build-A-Bear lamb. I got her around Easter time, I think, and I put her in a little onesie that has little rabbits and rainbows and little flowers on it. So cute. I dressed her like this for Easter, and I'm keeping her in it because I think it looks really cute. So she's number 1. I think I've named her Butterscotch, but I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna stick yet, but that is her name for now. And then Emma, my Cuddle and Kind mouse. She is from the latest release. And she's like the medium-sized one. She's not the really small one. She's not the really big one. But I love her more than anything. I'm taking her everywhere. And by that, I mean my yard, because I'm homebound. But in February, I went to the park and she came with me, so. And then next we have my little blushy chick. I don't really think you can see the blush on her cheeks, but she's just really cute. A little chick. Very Easter, very spring. And then we have Shep, short for Shepherd, and he is my Bunnies by the Bay little lamb, and he's one of my favorites. He's probably, I don't want to say my favorite lamb stuffy, but definitely up there. Also very spring, super cute. And then also Bunnies by the Bay, and lastly in this category we have Blossom. She's so spring in her little spring dress, her big floofy tail. Love her. And then next up we have Calico Critter set, and I have 2, although I don't know if they're gonna cooperate. Now this set I think just came to the US. I got it from a Japanese reseller a while ago because I couldn't wait. But oh my god, okay. My leaf fell off. Okay, very cautious. But it is this little deer family, the little deer babies. And they're in their little swing by the water in this little pond. And she's in her little flower, and there's a little dewdrop on the leaf. So definitely this set. They're so cute, and deer are one of my favorite animals. And then also just this little baby in her little like rocking chair, high chair. I think she's so funny and cute and goofy looking, and I love her little blue dress and her little mouth. Like ready for like a bottle or a passy. They can fit the Calico Critter bottles and passies. But she's just so cute. And I'm obsessed with her. So we had to make it into this category. And then lastly, the last category is favorite activity. And that is lying outside on the blanket and playing with play food. And aside from winter, those are always going to be my favorite things, honestly. Just like playing with my toys and being outside, and a bonus for being outside, lying down, and playing with my toys. And now for just some general honorable mentions just in the spring theme. First up is going to be my Mon Ami watering can plush. And then inside comes with a little crinkle butterfly and 2 little rattle flowers that you water. And then very similarly, I have my 2 little Douglas guys, Cinnabon the snail, and Chive the bee. And they're just so springy, I had to include them. So these are my honorable mentions just for like general spring theme. And yeah, that concludes this video. If you guys want to see more long form content, more toy content, and also just like my more vulnerable favorites, those are all on Patreon. There's going to be a part 2 to this video up at the same time as this, because obviously YouTube is just like a random algorithm kind of, and I just don't feel comfortable sharing everything here. So everything else will be over on Patreon, as well as most of my long form content and just a more in-depth close-up look at my toys and my day-to-day life. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and as always, I will see you in the next one.